Yes, dear students, listen carefully. What is the given 45th question, dear students? In the 45th question, we have to calculate the mass. Mass means WB, weight of solute. So the mass of ascorbic acid, we need to find out. So it is dissolved in 75 grams of acetic acid, and its lowering of melting points or depression of freezing point temperature is 1.5 degrees Celsius they gave, and Kf means molar depression constant or freezing point constant. Kf value they gave 3.9 Kelvin kg per mole they gave. So we need to find out the WB, mass of a solute or weight of ascorbic acid. We need to find out. Okay, dear students, let's listen carefully. The given data just you have to write the gram molecular weight of ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid molecular formula they gave C6H8O6. Its gram molecular weight is 176. And depression of freezing point delta TF value they gave 1.5 degrees Celsius, and Kf value they gave 3.9. And weight of a solvent, here the solvent is acetic acid. Okay, so its weight is equals to 75 they gave. Then we need to find out the mass or weight of solute. We need to find out. We know very well, dear students, delta TF is equals to I into Kf into molality, and molality is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent. So from this WB we need to find out. Okay, and ascorbic acid, its Van Hoff factor I is equals to 1, means because it does not undergo dissociate, and it does not undergo associate. Ascorbic acid is nothing but vitamin C only. Vitamin C containing, its name is ascorbic acid. Okay, dear students. So its solute I value is 1. Okay, then the weight of solute WB is equals to delta TF into molar mass of solute into weight of solvent divided by I into Kf into 1000. Just you have to substitute the given values, delta TF value and MV and WA and KF, and just you have to substitute, and on simplification we'll get the weight of ascorbic acid or mass of ascorbic acid in the given solution, means in the given 75 grams of acetic acid is 5.06 grams. 5.06 grams. So the answer is second option, dear students. Okay, dear students, let's go for 46th question, dear students. The 46th question is, what is the given 46th question, dear students? Volume is equals to 200 cc. So the volume is equals to 200 cc. Cubic centimeter is nothing but 0.2 liters. Okay, dear student, 0.2 liters. Aqueous solution contains 1.26 grams of polymer. So the weight of solute WB is equals to 1.26 grams. Okay, 1.26 grams of solute is present, and its osmotic pressure and the temperature is 300 kelvins. Okay, dear students, and osmotic pressure they gave the pi is equals to 2.57 into 10 to the power of minus 3 bars they gave. Okay, and we have to calculate the molar mass of the polymer. So the polymer molar mass MB we need to calculate. Okay, dear students, so the pi value is in present in bars, means so the universal gas constant R value in terms of bars is equals to 0.083 liter bar mole inverse and Kelvin inverse. Okay, dear students. So in terms of atmosphere, the R value is 0.0821. In terms of bars, the R value you have to remember, dear students, that is 0.083. So MB we need to calculate. Already we know that the relation, the osmotic pressure pi is equals to, here the polymer. So polymer, its Van Hoff factor is equals to I is equals to 1 only, because it does not undergo dissociate and associate. So the osmotic pressure pi is equals to I into CRT. C means concentration. That concentration is equals to, okay, I will write one more. I is equals CR into T. is nothing but pi is equals to I into concentration is nothing but N by V. N is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight of solute into RT by volume in liters. Okay, in that WB we need to find out, dear students, the MB, the molar mass of solute or polymer gram molecular weight is equals to I into WB into R into T divided by osmotic pressure, pi value into the volume in liters. Okay, just you have to substitute that given data, dear students. So the I value is 1 and mass of solute polymer mass is 1.26 and R value is 0.083 and the temperature is equals to 300 kelvins divided by pi value is 2.57 into 10 to the power of minus 3 and the volume is 0.2 liters. So is on simplification will get 61,038 gram per mole will comes approximately. So the first option is correct, dear students. Okay, dear students, so here just you have to remember, we need to remember the osmotic pressure formula. Osmotic pressure is equals to pi is equals to I into CRT. C is nothing but N by V. N is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight of solute. Okay, so then here the molar mass of solute we need to find out. Okay, dear students, so 46th question answer is first option. Okay, let's go for 47th question, dear students. What is the given 47th question, dear students? The 47th question is also related to osmotic pressure only. So in the 47th question, the osmotic pressure of the solution of an organic substance. Organic substance means it cannot ionize and cannot dissociate. So the Van 't Hoff factor I value is 1 at 273 kelvins. Van 't Hoff osmotic pressure value they gave. So the pi is equals to how much they gave, dear students? 2.414 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square, and we have to find out the molar mass of the substance. Molar mass of the substance or gram molecular weight we need to find out, and the weight of solute is equals to 18 grams they gave, and volume is equals to 1 liter. The volume of the solution is equals to 1 liter, and the temperature is equals to 293 kelvins temperature they gave. Okay, dear students, and R here we can find out that constant. You can write SR R value is equals to 8.3 joule Kelvin inverse and mole inverse. So the 1 joule is nothing but Newton meter, dear students. So that R is equals to 8.3 Newton meter Kelvin inverse and mole inverse. Here the units are very important, dear students. Why it is very important? Later means while solving the question only you will get idea. Okay, dear students, listen carefully. So the osmotic pressure formula pi is equals to I into CRT is nothing but C is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight of solute into RT by volume of the solution in liters. RT by volume of the solution in liters. So just then MB is equals to I into weight of solute into R into T by pi into V, volume of the solution in liters. Okay, volume of the solution. Just you have to substitute the given values. I value is equals to 1 and WB is equals to 18 and R value is equals to 8.3 and the temperature is equals to 293. Just you have to write the units. That 18 is the grams. So the first one units are grams. The second one units are Newton meter Kelvin inverse and mole inverse, and the temperature is equals to kelvins divided by pi value is equals to 2.414 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per meter square into volume is equals to 1 liter. Volume is in 1 liters. Okay, dear students. So the units we got it. Now the Kelvin inverse and Kelvin it will cancel. Okay, dear students. Now the Newton and Newton will cancel. Then that meter power minus t, if it is going to the numerator, then it becomes meter square. And here 1 meter is present, then it becomes meter cube. Is on simplification 1 into 18 into 8.3 into 293 gram meter cube mole inverse divided by 2.414 into 10 to the power of 5. Okay, dear students, 1 meter cube is equals to, already we know that 1 meter cube, here liters or units are there. Okay, 1 meter cube is equals to 1 meter cube is nothing but 10 to the power of 1000 liters is nothing but 10 to the power of 6 ml. 10 to the power of 6 ml is nothing but 1000 liters. So just you have to substitute this value 18 into 8.3 into 293 into 1000 liter gram per mole divided by 2.414 into 10 to the power of 5 liters. So this liter will cancel, then the resultant gram molecular weight is gram per mole will come, molar mass. So is on simplification will get 181.33 gram per mole. Okay, dear students, 181.33 gram per mole will come. So here the main important thing is, so the osmotic pressure value is in Newton per meter square, and R value is also present in joules, means it is also Newton meter. So after cancellation of the units, we will get in numerator meter cube will come. The meter cube is nothing but 1000 liters. If you are forgetting about the 1000, then you will get the answer. If you are forgetting about the multiplying with 1000, you will get the answer is 0.18133 like will comes. So if you are forgetting about the multiplication with 1000, means you will get answer 0.18133 will come. So it is wrong. Okay, dear students. So the correct answer is in gram per moles, means that meter cube is nothing but 1000 liters. So the liter will cancel, is on simplification. The final value will get 181.33 gram per mole. This is very, very important, dear students. This kind of model questions. So units are very, very important. Okay, dear students, let's go for 48th question. The 48th question is, what is the given 48th question, dear students? We have to calculate the osmotic pressure in deci normal NaCl is ionized to 80% only. So deci normal is nothing but 0.1 normal NaCl. So NaCl N factor is equals to 1. So therefore molarity of NaCl or concentration of NaCl is equals to 0.1 molar only, because the N factor is equals to 1. Na plus Cl minus, for salts N factor is equals to magnitude of positive charge or negative charge. If N factor is equals to 1, means molarity is equals to normality, then 0.1 we got. Okay, dear students, it is 80% only ionized. So the NaCl is not completely ionized, Na plus Cl minus, and alpha is equals to percentage of alpha is equals to 80%, then the alpha is equals to 0.8. Then we need to find out the Van Hoff factor for dissociation. Alpha is equals to I minus 1 by N minus 1. From this, just you have to substitute that alpha value 0.8 is equals to I minus 1 by number of ions in a aqueous solution is 2 minus 1. Then I is equals to 0.8 plus 1 is nothing but 1.8 will comes. Okay, now the osmotic pressure formula pi is equals to I into C into RT. Okay, dear students, I value is 1.8 and the concentration is deci normal or decimolar is 0.1 and R value in atmospheres 0.0821 liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin inverse, and the temperature is equals to 27 degrees Celsius, nothing but 300 kelvins. Okay, T is equals to 27 degrees Celsius is nothing but 300 kelvins. Okay, just is on simplification, then we'll get the osmotic pressure in atmospheres will comes 4.43 atmospheric pressure, dear students. So the first option is correct. Okay, dear students, let's see that 49th question, dear students. What is the given 49th question? The 49th question, what is the volume of the solution contains 1 gram mole? 1 gram mole is nothing but 1 mole of solute is present. Okay, when it gives rise to osmotic pressure is 1 atmosphere and temperature is equals to 0 degrees Celsius. Under that conditions, we need to find out its osmotic pressure. Okay, dear students, the 49th question, volume of the solution we need to find out, and the solute is equals to 1 gram mole. 1 gram mole is nothing but 1 mole. 1 mole of solute or 1 mole of sugar is present, and osmotic pressure is equals to 1 atmospheric pressure and temperature is equals to 0 degrees Celsius is nothing but 273 kelvins. Okay, now we know that the osmotic pressure, the sucrose, sugar, I value is equals to 1. Okay, then the osmotic pressure pi is equals to I into C into RT. So I is equals to 1, and that's why I'm not taking I. N by V, the volume in liters into RT, CRT. Then the volume is equals to N into R into T divided by pi, osmotic pressure. N value is 1 and R value is equals to, in atmospheres, in liters, means 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole Kelvin inverse, and temperature is equals to 273 divided by osmotic pressure is equals to 1 atmospheric pressure. Is on simplification will get 22.4 liters. 22.4 liters of the solution is present. 1 mole of solute. 1 mole of solute under STP conditions. The temperature is 0 degrees or 273 Kelvin. The pressure or osmotic pressure is 1 atmosphere. Means the solute is present in under STP conditions is present. 1 mole occupied volume, automatically it is 22.4 liters only. So the answer is fourth option. Okay, dear students, let's see the 50th question, dear students. What is the given 50th question? The given 50th question is, yes, we have to find out the osmotic pressure, the concentration they gave, and temperature they gave. Urea, the solute is urea, its Van 't Hoff factor I is equals to 1, and the concentration, the C is equals to 1 by 20 molar, 1 by 20 molar, and the temperature is equals to 27 degrees centigrade is nothing but 27 plus 273 is equals to 300 kelvins. Okay, dear students, temperature we know that, and R value in atmospheres, liter atmospheres 0.0821 liter atmospheres mole Kelvin inverse, liter atmosphere per mole Kelvin inverse. Okay, now R value we got. Now the osmotic pressure pi is equals to I into C into RT. Okay, direct formula. The I value is 1 and concentration is equals to 1 by 20 and R value is 0.0821 and the temperature is equals to 300 kelvins. Is on simplification, will get 2.49. Sorry, options they gave in bars. That's why, so the R value in bar you have to take, dear students, that is 0.083 liter bar mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Okay, now is nothing but 0.083. Okay, into 300 is on simplification, we'll get 2.49 bars. 2.49 bars will come. Okay, dear students. Sorry. Yes, 50th question. The osmotic pressure they gave in atmospheric pressure only, dear students. So the R value is 0.0821 only. Okay, then is on simplification. We'll get 1.23 atmospheric pressure. 1.23 atmospheric pressure. So the answer is 1.2315. So the second option is correct. So in atmosphere, osmotic pressure in atmospheres they gave means you have to take 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole Kelvin, R value. If it is in bars, 0.083 you have to take. If it is in joules or in newtons, then osmotic pressure you have to take 8.314 joule per mole Kelvin inverse you have to take. So different R values we need to remember here. Okay, dear students, let's see the 51 question. The 51 question is also same. Decimolar solution is nothing but 0.1 molar. Okay, now the urea is also urea at 27 degrees centigrade only. Then osmotic pressure we need to calculate. Just I am writing directly only because the urea I value is 1, then the osmotic pressure is equals to I into concentration is 0.1 and R value in bars 0.083 liter atmosphere mole liter bar mole inverse and Kelvin inverse. Okay, and temperature is equals to 27 means 300 kelvins. Is on simplification we'll get 2.49 bars. 2.49 bars. Okay, dear students, 51 answer is first option. Let's see that 52 question, dear students. The 52nd question we have to find out the volume of the solution. Then that number of moles is equals to moles of solute is equals to 2 gram moles. 2 gram moles means the mass of solute. Mass of solute is equals to 2 gram mole. 2 gram moles is nothing but 2 moles. So is equals to n. Number of moles of solute is equals to 2 they gave, and the solution is also present at STP conditions only. The pi is equals to 1 atmospheric pressure and the temperature is equals to 0 degrees Celsius is nothing but 273 kelvins. Okay, dear students, it is at STP. At STP, 2 moles of any compound occupied volume is equals to 2 into 22.4 liters means answer will come 44.8. Otherwise just you have to calculate. Then the pi is equals to, so for sucrose sugar I is equals to 1, that's why n by v into RT, then the volume is equals to nRT by 5. So that number of moles is equals to 2. R value in liter atmospheres 0.0821 and temperature is equals to 273 kelvins divided by 1. Then we'll get 44.8 liters will come. Okay, 2 moles of any solution occupied volume at STP is equals to 20 means 2 into 22.4 liters means 44.8 liters will come. So this same model questions 2 are present. Earlier the solute number of moles is equals to 1 gram mole they gave. Under that occupied volume at STP occupied volume is equals to 22.4 K. Now the number of moles is equals to 2 moles of solute is present under STP conditions. Its occupied volume is equals to 44.8 liters. Okay, dear students, let's see the 53rd question, dear students. What is the given 53rd question? The given 53rd question, already we know that it is a theoretical only. If the electrolyte is dissociates, then Van 't Hoff factor. In case of the solute undergoes dissociate, solute is on dissociation, the Van 't Hoff factor I value is on dissociation, the I value should be more than 1, and association is, in case of association, the Van 't Hoff factor I value is less than 1. Association means it may be dimerization, trimerization, or tetramerization, or polymerization. Then the number of molecules will be decreases, or particles will be decreases in the resultant solution. Then the colligative properties will be decreases. That's why the Van 't Hoff factor I value is less than 1, dear students. Okay, and it is does not in under these both conditions abnormal colligative properties are present, abnormal colligative properties are present, and it is does not dissociate or associate, does not dissociate or associate means like the solutes are non-volatile, non-ionized solutes like urea, sucrose, glucose. Under these conditions, the I is equals to 1. That is called as normal colligative property. Normal colligative properties. Okay, dear students. Now in the dissociation case, they gave I value is more than 1. First option is correct. Okay, let's see that 54th question, dear students. What is the given 54th question? H3PO3 Van 't Hoff factor we need to find out. Phosphorus acid H3PO3. The phosphorus acid structure, if you observe that P double bond O, here 3 hydrogen atoms are present. The 3 hydrogen atoms are not acidic hydrogen. In oxy acids of phosphorus, the hydrogen atoms are sulfur oxy acids also. The hydrogen atoms which are directly attached to the oxygen atoms, those are only called as acidic hydrogens or ionized hydrogen atoms. Okay, so out of 3, 2 are only attached with oxygen atoms, so it will be ionized to gives HPO3 2 minus plus 2H plus. So the total how many ions are present after dissociation, dear students? In aqueous solutions, it forms a total 1 plus 2, 3 ions are present. So its Van 't Hoff factor I value is equals to, in a solution, the number of particles 3, and before the solution how many are present? 1 it is present. Means 3 by 1 is equals to 3. So its Van 't Hoff factor value is equals to 3. Okay, dear students. Let's go for 55th question, dear students. What is the 55 question, dear students? Let's see the 55 question. It's very easy only. Just read the question carefully. The 55 question, a substance A, when dissolved in a solvent B, the molar mass it corresponding to A3, the A is becomes to A3, then what is the Van 't Hoff factor? Means initially 3 A molecules are present, but in solution it becomes A3. Okay, in solution. That is called trimerization. That is called trimerization. Okay. So in this trimerization case, the Van 't Hoff factor is equals to how many are present, dear students? 3 molecules are becomes to 1, means 1 by 3 is equals to 0.33 like it will comes. Okay. So 1 by 3 is the answer. Let's see that second 56th question. Van 't Hoff factor for dilute solution of glucose. Glucose C6H12O6, glucose or sucrose, or fructose, or urea. This all Van 't Hoff factor I is equals to 1 because cannot undergoes dissociation and cannot undergoes association takes place. So the I is equals to 1. For example, in the same way, for example, 2 A molecules are present, then it is undergoes dimerize, then A is converted into A2, then the Van 't Hoff factor value is equals to 1 by 2 is equals to 0.5. This is called as dimerization. This is called as a dimerization of solute. Dimerization of solute. So here in the 55 trimerization they gave, then I is equals to 1 by 3. Okay, it does not undergo say the dissociation or association. I is equals to 1 for glucose, sucrose, urea, like that. Okay, dear students, let's see the 57th question, dear students. The 57th question, the Van Hoff factor for very dilute solution of Fe2SO4 thrice, ferric sulfate. So the ferric sulfate in dilute solution, it will be ionized. He is on complete ionization to produce 2Fe plus 3 plus 3SO4 2 minus. Total 2 plus 3 is equals to 5 ions are present. Okay, then I is equals to, for dissociation case, the Van Hoff factor I is equals to number of ions present in the solution and before the molecules. 5 by 1 is equals to 5. So the answer is 5, means second option is correct. Okay, dear students. Now let's see the 55th question also in the same way. The Van Hoff factor for very dilute solution of KAgCN twice is a complex compound. The complex compound, just you have to imagine that what are the atoms, central atoms or ligands are present in the square bracket, they cannot be ionized. Outside the square brackets only they will be ionized to produce positive or negative ions. So this KAgCN twice in aqueous solutions, it produce K plus plus AgCN twice minus. So this is one ion and this is another ion. Total 1 plus 1 is equals to 2 ions are present. So its Van Hoff factor is equals to 2 by 1 is equals to 2. Okay, dear students. So the 58th question. So the answer is 2, means it is third option. I value is 2 is present. So the answer is third option. Okay, let's go for 59th question, dear students. 59th question. So 58th question answer is a third option. I is equals to 2. And 59th question, let's see, dear students. What is the given 59th question? The given 59th question is the magnitude of colligative properties. Okay, the magnitude of colligative properties in colloidal dispersions or in colloidal solutions is dash than the solution. Okay, so colligative properties. The first one is colloidal solutions. The second one is solutions are true solutions. So which are having more, true solutions or dilute solutions? So the colligative properties always we know that is directly proportional to number of particles. Number of particles or ions in aqueous solutions. Okay, so in the colloidal solutions, dissociation is less. Dissociation is less. And in true solutions, the solute dissociation is more. And the number of particles are more. Number of particles more. Here, number of particles are less. Number of particles are less. Therefore, the colligative properties Cp of colloids, colloidal solutions less than true solutions. True solutions or dilute solutions are simply solutions we can call. Okay, so the answer is lower. Okay, let's see that 60th question, dear students. If the solute undergoes dimerize, the solute undergoes dimerize means A is converted into A2, means 2A. Then the Van Hoff factor is equals to 1 by 2 is equals to 0.5. If the solute undergoes trimerize, if the solute undergoes trimerize means 3a is converted into a3, then the Van der Waals factor is equals to 1 by 3 is equals to 0.33. If the solute undergoes tetramerize, here the tetramerize they not give, a4 is converted into 4a is converted into a4, then the I is equals to 1 by 4 is nothing but 0.25, like it will come. So the answer here 0.5 and 0.33. Okay, dear students, 60th answer is the third one. Let's go for 61 question, dear students. The 61 question, we have to find out the Van der Waals factor. Its ionization is only just 80% is ionized. Then what is Van der Waals factor value we need to calculate. Okay, HgCl2, it produced to gives Hg plus 2 plus 2Cl minus. Total 3 ions are present. Then the 80% ionized. Then we have to find out alpha. I value. So the alpha percentage is equals to 80%. Okay, then alpha is equals to 0.8, and we know that the relation alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. Now the alpha is equals to 0.8 is equals to I minus 1 by 3 minus 1. Okay, dear students. Now I minus 1 is equals to 3 minus 1 is 2 is nothing but 0.8 into 2 is nothing but 1.6. Then I is equals to 1 plus 1.6 is nothing but 2.6. So the answer is 2.6. So this is for dissociation. 80% is only dissociated. Then the dissociation constant and Van der Waals factor relation alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. According to that, I is equals to 2.6 only, not 3 exactly. Because if it is 100% ionized, it means alpha is equals to 1 means I is equals to 3 will comes. Okay, dear students, let's go for 62nd question, dear students. Sixty-second question. What is the given 62nd question, dear students? The given 62nd question, 62, 0.1 molar aqueous MgCl2 is present at 300 kelvins. The osmotic pressure is 4.92 atmospheres. What percentage of ionization of salt? Means alpha value we need to find out. So for that, first we have to find out I value. Okay, MgCl2. Actually, it is ionized to gives Mg plus and 2Cl minus, but it is not 100% ionized. So the alpha value we need to find out. I value first we need to find out. First, from the given data, need to find out. I value. Okay, so for this formula is equals to pi is equals to I into CRT. Then I value we need to find out. So the osmotic pressure is equals to 4.92 atmospheres, and I into concentration they gave 0.1 molar, and R value in atmospheres 0.0821 liter atmosphere mole Kelvin inverse, and the temperature is equals to 300. Then the I will comes is on simplification. The I is equals to the I is equals to 4.92 divided by 0.1 into 0.0821 into 300 is on simplification. The I value will get 1.99. 1.99 will get. Okay, dear students. Now, what is the relation between alpha and I? Alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. So the alpha is equals to I is 1.99 minus 1 divided by n. Number of ions is equals to 3 ions are present. MgCl2, the n is equals to 3, you have to take 3 by 1. Then alpha is equals to 1.99 minus 1 is nothing but 0.99 divided by 2 is nothing but 0.49. So the percentage of alpha is equals to 0.49 into 100 is nothing but 49%. So the ionization is only just 49% only. Alpha is equals to 49%, then the I value will be 1.99 only. So they are asked alpha. So you want to find out the alpha means how to find out? We know the relation between alpha and I. Alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. I, how to find out I value, dear students? By using osmotic pressure formula. Pi is equals to I into C into RT. Then I value we find out 1.99. So from that alpha is equals to 49%. So third option is correct. Okay, dear students, let's go for 63rd question, dear students. 63rd question. What is the given 63rd question? The given 63rd question is 0.02 molar solution of NaCl. Its degree of dissociation is 90% dissociated at 27 degrees. Then osmotic pressure is equals to, in bars we need to find out. Okay, dear students. So the NaCl is ionized to gives Na plus plus Cl minus, and alpha is equals to 90% means 0.9. Then I value we need to find out. Okay, first alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. Then 0.9 is equals to I minus 1 by 2 minus 1 is nothing but I is equals to 1.9. Okay, now I value we know that. Then osmotic pressure we need to find out. Okay, osmotic pressure is equals to pi is equals to I into CRT. So the I is equals to 1.9 and concentration is 0.002 molar solution, and R value in bars is equals to 0.083 bar, and temperature is equals to 27 is nothing but 300 degrees, 300 kelvins is nothing but 300 kelvins. Okay, is on simplification we'll get the osmotic pressure is equals to 0.09462 bars. 0.09462 bar. 0.094 means third option is correct. Okay, dear students, let's go for 49th question, 64th question, dear students. What is the given 64 question? The given 64th question is, we have to find out alpha only in the 64th question. Okay, how much percentage of phenol is dimerized? Here association takes place. The phenol is undergoes association takes place. Okay, so the phenol molecular formula C6H5OH is on associate, means the two molecules are becomes to one, like twice. Okay, this is called association. Then the alpha percentage, how much it is dimerized, the percentage of alpha we need to find out. Okay, alpha percentage we need to find out. So for this case we know very well, dear students. So the formula depression of freezing point they gave, delta TF is equals to, first we have to find out I, later we have to find out alpha. Delta TF is equals to I into KF into molality. I into KF into molality. Okay, so separately we have to find out molality. Molality is nothing but weight by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent. So the weight of phenol is equals to 75.2 grams and its gram molecular weight is 94 into 1000 by the solvent. The phenol is dissolved in 960 grams of solvent. 960 grams is on simplification will get 0.833, 0.833, and delta TF depression of freezing point is equals to 7 they gave, and KF value is equals to 14 they gave. Okay, 7 is equals to I into 14 into 0.833, then I is equals to 7 by 14 into 0.833 is on simplification will get 0.6, will get 0.600, like 0.6. Now we know that relation between association constant, degree of association alpha and I is equals to alpha and I we need to find out. So that alpha is equals to I minus 1 by n minus 1. So alpha is equals to I value is 0.6 minus 1 divided by 1 by n. N means how many molecules are involved, dear students? 2. 1 by 2 minus 1 is nothing but alpha is equals to minus 0.4 divided by 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5. 0.5 minus 1 is nothing but minus 0.5 is nothing but 4 by 5. The 4 by 5 value is equals to 0.8. 0.8. So the alpha is equals to 0.8. Then the percentage of alpha is equals to 0.8 into 100. Means you want to convert the values, you want to convert into percentage, means we have to multiply it with 100. Then it is equals to 80 percentage dimerize takes place. So answer is a second option. Okay, dear students, let's go for 65th question, dear students. 65. So the 65 question is 1 gram of non-volatile non-electrolyte solute is dissolved in 50 grams of benzene and lowered its freezing point. Delta TF is equals 0.4 kelvins. The freezing point depression constant or KF value is 5.12. Find the molar mass of solute. Already this kind of questions previously only we did. So the non-volatile and non-ionized electrolyte means I is equals to 1. Okay, in this case, the formula delta TF is equals to I into KF into molality. KF into molality. So the gram molecular weight of solute we need to find out. Delta TF is equals to I into KF into molality is nothing but weight of solute divided by gram molecular weight of solute into 1000 by weight of solvent. Okay, dear student, just you have to substitute the given data and depression of means the depression of freezing point or lowering of freezing point is 0.4. 0.4 is equals to I value 1 and KF value is equals to 5.12 into the weight of solute 1 gram divided by its gram molecular weight into 1000 divided by weight of solvent is 50 grams. Weight of solvent is 50 grams. Then MB is equals to the molar mass of solute is equals to 5.12 into 1000. 5.12 into 1000 divided by 0.4 into 50 is on simplification will get 256 gram per mole. Okay, dear students, so this is about important questions from the solutions and colligative properties, important objective NEET and JEE or CET oriented important MCQ questions. Okay, dear students, in the next class we will discuss about level 3 questions. Okay, thank you for everyone.